Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this specific training, we're going to continue talking about the Salesforce integration and setup. And more specifically, we're going to be talking about the Opportunities object. Now, recently, we just added the Begin Contact PhoneBurner Session button and the Begin Opportunity PhoneBurner Session buttons to our list views on the Opportunity object. And on this specific video, I want to talk to you about this Begin Opportunity PhoneBurner Session button. So every object in Salesforce has records. The Opportunities object has opportunity records. And here I've got an opportunity called Big Deal with George. If I open that up and go to details, we can see all of the details specific to this opportunity in my Salesforce org. We can see that this opportunity is related to George Sample. Now, when I launch a dial session from the Opportunities object, in some cases, I may want to actually call the contact related to the opportunity, and in other cases, I may want to call the opportunity records themselves. And what that determines is what details am I going to see in the dial session window when I'm making these calls. So if I want to see these details in the dial session window, I just need to launch a dial session to the opportunity records. However, before I can start calling opportunity records, those opportunity records have to have phone numbers. And you'll see here, my opportunity, my Big Deal with George, there's no phone number field, let alone a phone number associated with this opportunity. So right now, as it stands, the only thing I could do is call the contact related to the opportunity, because PhoneBurner can't call a record that doesn't have a phone number. But that's easy to fix. Let's go ahead and click on Setup in the upper right-hand corner. From Setup, we're going to click on Object Manager. We're going to go to Quick Find, and we're going to start typing in Opportunity so that we can find the Opportunity object. Once we find the Opportunity object, we're going to go to Fields and Relationships. On Fields and Relationships, we're going to create a new field. Now, there's a couple different ways that you could handle this. One way would be to create just a phone number field. So let's go ahead and do that first. We're going to create a phone number field that is specific to the opportunity object. We're going to create an opportunity specific phone number. So now that we've created this phone number field, there are a few more things that we need to do. First thing we need to do is we need to tell PhoneBurner about this new phone number field. So let's go ahead and copy the API name for this field. We're going to log into our PhoneBurner account. If you haven't done so already, click on our initials in the upper right-hand corner. We're going to go down to Integrations. From Integrations, we're going to click on Details for Salesforce. And then we're going to scroll down to Field Mappings, and we're going to add a new field mapping, OptiPhone _C. That's our new phone number field on the opportunity. Let's go ahead and save that. Now that we've saved that, PhoneBurner is now ready to start taking advantage of any records that have a phone number in that field. Let's jump back over to Salesforce. Let's refresh our Big Deal with George opportunity. And we should see that phone number showing up now. Sometimes it does take a while for caching and things like that, but you can see that phone number field is now live on this record. So let's go ahead and put a phone number in there, and we'll save it. So now the opportunity record itself has a phone number. So now if we want to use the Begin Opportunity PhoneBurner Session option, we can start calling the opportunities directly. Okay, so now we are connected. Let's go ahead and start dialing. You'll notice that once we get into the dial session, we are now going to be looking at the opportunity details as opposed to the contact details. So this is the actual opportunity record that we're looking at here, and all of the details that are specific to that opportunity. And of course, any notes that we add here will get saved to the opportunity record. Any follow-up tasks that we create here will also be saved to the opportunity record. And then finally, when we disposition the call, so if I disposition this one as they are interested, our session ends because there was only one record to call in this specific test. but that activity is going to get logged to the opportunity. So let's go ahead and open up the Big Deal with George opportunity again. And you'll see the activity they are interested has logged as a completed task. And we have our upcoming opportunity that we just created. And of course, any of the notes that we create are added to the notes object here. So anyway, that's a quick little overview of dialing through opportunity records themselves. There's just a couple things that you need to make sure that you have done in order to dial from the opportunities. One, make sure the opportunity records themselves have a phone number field. That can be a phone number field that you create and populate yourself, or it can be a formula field that copies phone number information from the related contacts into that field on the opportunity. And you need to make sure that you tell PhoneBurner what the API name is for that phone number field so that we can grab that phone number and call it when you launch the dial session. So anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope this helps you and your team get more done using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again and happy dialing.